Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the Dice Cult for episode 201. I almost did 102. We're kicking it back. We're starting over. Of On the Backs of Gods. I am your DM, Jillian. We have our players here today, same as always. We have Kyle, Matt, Katie, Josh, and Greg. I'll go ahead and give you guys a quick recap so we can get right back into things. Last time, our team got together. And just a reminder, if you can, yeah, I was about to say, if you can mute yourself, awesome, because it was doing that speech jammer thing. I was like, oh shit. Um, Last time our team got together, gathered some allies, and has decided to have a final stand against basically the end of days. A cultist named Bosch, or the Guard, has brought out his magnum opus, these three connected batteries that are connected to multiple trees in rather prominent cities in the east. And the intent is to blow them up. Every single one. You don't know if that includes the one that's in front of you now, but you can make assumptions if you'd like to about the ginormous, like black ichor tree that has taken root from the center of this hill. Um, you sent your allies in two other groups to deal with the other batteries as they need to be dismantled around the same time. You guys went to the center where Bosch and Sunny currently are, and so many corpses, so many circles of corpses, and these logs lined up in these beautiful designs that I'm sure from the sky look very cool. From you guys, just a bunch of lumps on the ground and a bunch of corpses. Probably not super cute. But you all are currently engaging in combat with these corrupted monsters that have stood up and started engaging. Some of them long claws, some of them wings, and they are currently wailing on you. Bosch finished the first part of his ritual, it looks like, which is what summoned the tree, and has now turned around to put focus back on all of you. So he is now interested in maybe throwing hands if you guys would humor him. Um, we also have Sunny, who is still, I believe, laying with the corpses to avoid range attacks. And we had Gunhild, who was under the effects of enemies abound, but entered into Keld's aura and did not cause any harm when she came to do a stabbing. Um, and that was the one of the last things that happened is this tree sprouted from the ground and Gunhild went in to stab and just kind of like Roshan, she sort of like grabs you by the shoulder. Next time. And gives you like a solid pat on the back and then backs up about 15 feet. Um, you can see that Bosch is going ahead and grabbing for his bow. Uh, that's actually going to be his turn. He used his action to finish the ritual. So he's just gonna, he stands there. He stands there at the top of the hill in front of this tree. You can still see a part of this orb kind of wrapped up in the trunk, and you can see it protruding ever so slightly. Um, Now it is Sunny's turn, who kind of you see like takes a breath, pulls herself back up to her feet, and she looks over in y'all's direction and begins to slowly draw a circle with her hand over and over and over and over until it starts to like crackle and a black circle forms around her hand. And you see that the ground around you, a huge circle, black and crackling, begins to form, mimicking this shape. And necrotic energy bursts forth and engulfs all of you. I need all of you to make constitution saving throws, including Gunhild, because this is a big radius.
And we have Keld's aura,
Yep.
which is
Which
plus
will,
2.
yes, it's +2. You also take half damage to spells, so also something to keep in mind. How you doing, Gunhild?
21.
Uh, 1 second. sleep.
15.
Also 21.
Okay.
24.
17.
Okay. Get out of my way. Okay. Okay. So, Nana and Roshan, you are going to take 32 points of damage, half to 16. And then everybody else, you can go ahead and take 8 points of necrotic damage. As the ground around you is like wilted and torn asunder.
I'll
Gun-
also take 8 because I'm resistant.
Nice.
And
And
I
then-
passed my save.
Oh, to
Concentration.
maintain concentration. I was just like, no. No. She'll take the 16. You can hear Gunhild like, ah, shit, like as she's like trying to move away from you guys in your big circle together and tries to back up but can't get far enough. And then Sunny, anything else you'd like to do, girlfriend? Agency within 30 feet. And she is going to. She's content. She's actually going to back up a little bit further and lay the fuck back down. So she kind of like raises her hands, lays back down. She's at least like 100 feet away, a little over 100 feet away. That is her turn. Moving along. Nana, you're up. Roshan, you're on deck. As you guys are staring at this large tree, and once your vision clears from this necrotic burst, you can see this thing building up power. That a timer has indeed started. You don't know how long it is, but it has started. Roshan and Nana, you also feel the fire's interest now peaked. The fire doesn't do or say anything, but you can feel that the interest is peaked and it is now present. Anywho.
Well, it being Nana's turn, she does say, "We're being distracted. We don't have time for this." And she's going to try to carve her way straight through the closest enemy between her and Bosch. She's going to start trying to cut her way to Bosch. That is her aim.
Okay. And because, once again, I am being so kind with Keld's aura, and as we said last time, we're all in a lump. Most of these guys will be taking opportunity attacks against you. Probably
Righto.
all of them.
Yeah. Yeah.
Which I will do now.
Good.
Here are the 3 gangly motherfuckers. I can't see or read.
Mood.
Okay. Hold on. What is your armor class?
My armor class at present, it is 17 until I'm able to actually pull out my shield. Wait, no, I have done that. I have done that. Have I not?
I
Wait.
don't think you have.
No, I have not gotten my
'Cause it's
shield
going to
up.
take you an action to get all that bullshit out.
Is true. Is true. But like at present, we've got guys up in our faces, and I need attacks.
Well, all 3 of the clawed, corrupted creatures are going to hit.
Okay.
Let's Roll. Damn it. Somebody keep track of this for me. 14 on the first hit.
Does not hit.
No, that's
Oh
the
wait.
damage.
Oh, damage. Got it. 14 for the first.
7 on the second. And then 9 on the third. And I'm going to say 2 of the birds will take an attack. Yes, I see. One of the birds is going to make contact.
Okay.
They're going to do their bite. So, 27. That's lucky. 3 points of piercing damage. Uh, 11 points of poison damage, which for you need to have.
Halved. Yes. Halved is. I'm sorry. It's been so seldom I've been able to half any damage. Do I round down or round up?
I believe we round down here in this house.
That's.
Maybe
I
I'm changing
believe
the
that is
rule right
familiar
now,
to my mind, but like again, this is a very vanishingly rare thing for me.
Okay. And how far is Nana able to move?
If Nana uses only her movement, it is 30 feet.
I'd like to know what you're doing.
Oh, let me see. As I am making my way through, I would like to, let's see. I know that I cannot attack if I swap to my short sword.
You still have your bow equipped.
I do have my bow equipped. I'm going to... I'm going to fire first at one of the guys in front of me.
Okay, then you'd turn back, you fire a shot.
Oh, I've already got through him, you mean?
You just
Yeah.
took all those opportunity attacks.
I see. Well then, in that case, nah, never mind. I'm focused on Bosch. It's gonna be yeah, all 3 arrows direct on Bosch. Try and get him aggroed a little bit away from the tree.
Okay. Go ahead and make your 3 attacks.
Okay. First one, I believe. Do I remember correctly that I managed to cast Hunter's Mark last time?
You were not close enough to
I
do
was
that by
not
any
close
means.
enough. At this
And you are
time,
still not close enough.
Still not close enough. Got it. Got to be 90
You're like-
feet.
You're
I'll
like
be off by
95 feet
like.
away from.
Yeah, I'm just 5 feet shy. Okay, that's fine. I will just be taking that regular damage. Get her. Okay. Okay, first attack absolutely does not hit. I guarantee you does not. It's 2 on the dice.
I'll believe.
It'd be a 10, but no.
It does not.
Nah, yeah, figured not. Okay. Ooh, 26 to hit.
26 hits.
Okay, it's 6 points of piercing. And 18 to hit.
18 does not hit.
Got it. Okay. And actually, I apologize real quick before I move too far past my attacks. Could I add on one of my
Sure.
features?
Yeah.
I'd like to do a trip attack on him with the one that did connect. I'd like a
Okay.
strength
So
saving
the third
throw.
one would have been at disadvantage, but it doesn't matter because it missed.
Right.
Um,
And
Oh,
that will
dear.
add, I think, a d10 of damage. Yes. Yeah.
He rolled a nat 20.
Well, yeah. That makes sense. In which case, if he succeeds, nothing happens to him special, but I believe he still takes the additional damage, which is 9.
This arrow like digs into his foot, and he like it. For a second, you see him like fumble, but he just is able to like rip his foot free from the arrow before it takes him down. Um, he doesn't look good. He's looked bad the whole time. He looks incredibly ill and frail. But he's still currently standing. Um, I believe that's your turn on it.
Yepper, nothing else I got. Although I
Okay.
think I may take, since I'm still not quite close enough, I'm going to take my bonus action now to take a second wind and gain back a wee bit of health.
Sure. You go ahead and do that. Roshan, you are up. Fen, you are on deck.
How does Roshan become unparalyzed?
That's a great question. Thank you for asking. I would
I would
say
like
that you.
to do that.
That's no fun. Why would you want to do that? The target can repeat the saving throw at the end of each of its turns.
Okay, so I
Regularly.
that is what's the saving throw on it?
Constitution.
Okay.
And you get a plus
Um,
2 from Keld.
okay. And that's an 18, so 21.
Yeah, you are able to muscle through when you're realizing. I think it's the adrenaline that spikes when you can feel the flame now interested and this obvious growing of this power in front of you. And you're like, okay,
Oh
get
boy!
involved.
Yeah, I think uh the way it looks as Roshan
Mhm.
pulls out of the paralysis is that his eyes go dark and he's trying to release his radiant soul, but maybe next turn.
Maybe later. A tease,
Maybe
just a
later.
tease of it. Okay. That's the end of your turn, Roshan. Fen, you are up. Nyx, you're the next player character on deck.
Fen takes a look around himself, sees his surroundings, uh, sees that he's got Keld, Nyx, and Roshan right there next to him. He's gonna yank off one of those prayer beads, and he's gonna cast Bless on the three of them. He'll use his
Okay.
action to disengage, and he will move 45 feet out of the shit.
Okay. Are you moving
Um,
forwards?
Forwards and just off to the right.
Okay.
you should cast that on yourself because Keld is blessed already.
Okay, then he'll cast it on himself, Nyx, and Roshan.
Okay. And what's your movement speed?
45.
Okay, thank you. Oops. Wrong person. I just want vague positioning. There we go. Okay. And you disengage, make your way forwards. Um, you and your friends are blessed, so keep your D4s at the ready. um, okay. That is Fen's turn. Those creatures are down. Varguli. Okay. Eeny, meeny, miny. Yeah. So there are 4 left. 2 of them will take their attacks at Nyx. Ooh, this dice is actually considering being part of part of this combat. Um, the first one is a 23 to hit. And then the second one is not going to hit, but the first one does land. Nyx, go ahead and take 6 points of piercing damage and 11 points of poison damage. I believe, I don't know if you're halved or not. I don't know what you're about.
No, I am only immune to the poisoned
The
condition.
condition, just the condition. Yeah.
Yeah.
So 11 poison damage.
Okay.
And
Just
then,
will not be like sick from it later. It just hurts real bad.
And I passed
And
my
then-
con save for
cool.
concentrating.
For both of them?
Yeah.
Oh, only one hit. Doesn't matter. Only one hit. One of them is going to go for Roshan. That's a D6, Jillian. That's not how D&D works.
It can
Bunko!
I'll tell you, this is a much higher number. That's going to hit than the 2 that I rolled on the D6. Roshan, go ahead and take 6 points of piercing damage. A little rude. 13 points of poison damage. And then the other one's going to go for Keld. And I don't think that's going to cut it. No. And the other one just kind of like bashes its body against you, Keld. Teeth trying and just kind of like tapping into metal and being unable to make contact. But 2 are able to land hits and dig their teeth into Nyx and Roshan. That is their turn.
Can
The-
I
Mhm.
cast a reaction spell?
Please.
Dexterity save. I'll
I'll do it.
cast at 3rd level a hellish rebuke. The shadow magic will come to my hand and wreath it in flame of darkness, but good
Beautiful.
darkness, not bad darkness.
Good darkness.
Right.
They fail. This guy fails.
It's like the Twilight in Kingdom Hearts.
Decent. 22 damage.
Yeah, that it just like, kind of
Ah.
like the head explodes out the top and then it just flops down.
Hot
Sadly,
damn.
it's like
Ew.
right in front of you, so it like pops like a big pimple and then collapses.
You know what?
Uh,
Covered in viscera is a look that Roshan can pull off.
Yeah,
That's
it's-
true.
It's this season. This season, Viscera.
I'm sure Eagle would
Wounded
be
with viscera?
so very
n-
on fire for that photo set.
You know, I think you guys have a strange opinion of Eagle. He'd be like, "Babe, you're so cute. Do not approach me. don't back up. Keep your hands to yourself." Um, Fen, what's your passive perception?
I think it's a 21. Very rarely get asked for passive anything.
Yeah, we don't do that too much here, but we do
22.
right now.
22.
22. Let's see. Well then, you see the grass ripple out of the corner of your eye as something snakes through and fully comes and like tries to latch onto you. It is just like a line of ichor and viscera. It reminds you of an encounter you had with a poor old woman who was corrupted, and this thing came out of her mouth. And it doesn't get the surprise, but it does aggressively hit into your body and begin to try and squeeze.
Don't let it in your mouth.
Fenn's mouth open and he's like, "Oh," and he closes his mouth. "Oh, my bad. That's not what I'm supposed to do." That's a 19 on the dice. This is being so polite to me.
Rude.
What an interesting, specific dice to roll. It matters not. Fen, go ahead and take 5 points of bludgeoning damage as this thing begins to like twist around you. It is not like grappling you or like restraining you in any way, but it is currently focused and on you.
Hug.
Is its turn over?
It is.
I will use my reaction to move 15 feet further up the hill from this thing.
Okay.
Dances away. Fen learned after his time dancing in the Temple to Bragi.
He would probably give a except he can't open his mouth because he doesn't want this thing to crawl in. So just a
Mm-mm.
Where have all my notes gone in these drag times? Okay. Fen, I also believe you have started to enter into the difficult terrain, so that's something to take note of.
Noted.
That is the tracker's turn. Nyx, you're up. Keld, you're on deck.
Cool. So, once
Uh-huh.
again, my favorite question: am I able to angle myself in any way to get multiple of these things in a row with my 60-foot sunbeam?
With my 60-foot sunbeam.
My cheeky little mean. Ooh.
So, just based on what's going on, you can get one of them, or you can get all three and one of your companions, which is either Roshan or Keld. Up to you. Oh,
Does
I'd
that
say you
count as spell damage?
It does count as spell damage, but
And to be fair, you'll actually get more than 3. You'll probably get 5 of them if you hit somebody. If you hit both of them, you can get all of it.
That's
Don't
the
hit me.
trolley
Please
problem.
don't hit Roshan.
yeah, I'm not hitting Roshan because I know he's concentrating on the spell for Keld. But Keld takes half damage on this, so
Oh, I passed my constitution.
He wouldn't blame you.
yeah. We're gonna aim for the ones that Keld also gets hit with. Just close your eyes, it's fine.
Is there a
Keld!
saving throw?
Daylight!
Yeah, that's a 20 con save.
20 con save.
Yeah,
Oh,
undead
they do it with
loses have.
disadvantage.
Yeah, they have disadvantage if they're
Oh,
undead.
that's a shame for them. Okay. Oh god, this is gonna take
Losers.
forever. 1 second. Give me a minute. I'm just gonna do an across the board sort of thing, methinks.
So close. Wait. Can I use my bless
Ooh.
for this?
Yes.
Yep. Bless is for like almost everything. She's a
Well,
pretty
that's a
cool-
21.
Hell yeah.
I don't even know why I'm still rolling.
I don't know.
I don't know why I'm rolling still. One more. Mostly for fun. No. I'm gonna say they all fail.
Okay. They'll all take 23 radiant damage. Keld, you'll take what? Half of that and then half of that again?
So mazel.
Yeah.
You watch as just like as all of them explode, and now there's just like one winged head, like who is just like at the corner, who's like
It's the only one that did get hit.
it's the one that was like chewing on you and then like looks over. It's like oh shit. Well, and it just goes back to it.
And will I take an opportunity attack from that one if I move away?
Yes, he will get a chomp. As the only current person here to chomp, he will.
Then I will do that so Keld can leave without getting hit.
Okay. You got this. You are a big, strong boy. You can do it. What's your armor class?
19.
Yeah, no. It like you just kind of like push it off of you and are able to run away. Are you running forwards?
Yeah, towards the body pile. 30 feet.
Okay. So you'll also be at that. Okay.
And that's it.
All right. You watch as Nyx, you kind of like take a glance around and you're like, okay, as you like kind of just punt this one dude into the ground for a second to get past him. And you see shuffling behind you, the first three creatures you killed begin to push themselves back up and are now back in play, standing and immediately turn focus to the two remaining people in this area, which is going to be Roshan and Keld.
Don't like that.
How about
So we gotta burn him.
okay? That'll be 1 against Roshan and 2 against Keld. Monster stats, please. These creatures look to be almost like bits and pieces held together with necrotic energy and ichor, barely a fully formed entity, but comes over and attempts to lay hands first on
May I
Roshan.
sentinel reaction them for smacking
Uh,
Roshan?
is it if they hit or is it if they attack?
If a creature within 5 foot of you makes an attack against a target other than you.
Well, by golly, then you get to hit it. It will not be it won't be doing that though. It won't be hitting, but you may.
Hell yeah, get it.
Hell yeah, I may. 25 to hit.
This thing is just putting itself back together. You thrash it, it goes back to the ground, but 2 of them immediately move on you.
Go to sleep, go to sleep, go to sleep.
Okay. I know your armor class is crazy right now, so I don't know. Does a 20 hit you?
Nope.
Well,
Nice try.
they've done what they can. These things pretty much just kind of like latch onto you and seem to just be like holding on to you, kind of like a flotation device out in the middle of the ocean, trying to form themselves back together. You see at the end of this turn, it looks like they are able to put themselves together more and seem to be hardier than that first one you hit.
How annoying.
Yes, and you come to the corruption fight, you're gonna get corruption. Corruption's
On
gonna happen
steroids.
so quick,
Hoo
so
boy.
fast. What are you gonna do about it? And Keld, now it is your turn.
Suppose I will attack these things on me first then.
Sure.
You said there's 2 of them?
There's currently 2 on you. And there's like one flying guy like that you could get to if you were so inclined, but he is not actively on you.
Gelt's not worried about him right now.
Wow, okay. This is his villain arc. He's gonna figure it out.
Well, that's a nat 1 for a 10 to hit. Rude.
That does not hit. Nat ones just miss anyways, so don't even worry about it.
Ooh. What about a nat 20?
Yeah, that'll do. That or like do.
So
I don't
for
know
this guy.
if you really need to roll the damage, but you're welcome to.
Just curious.
I just want to see what happens. I just want to see what happens.
Not great for a normal. 17 damage.
Oh yeah,
for a
it is
normal swing.
sliced in half. Feels like a banana, but you can already see like little tendrils from the skin trying to like reconnect and reform. As is the same with every other creature you have felled in this area. You see them beginning to try and reconstitute themselves. But currently, nothing is like There's only one guy up and in your way currently, and the other one is Feld.
All right. Let me get that guy off of me. Um,
Chuck him at the
Yeah.
other guy.
hell yeah. Will a 32 hit? Or a
I mean,
31?
I
No,
mean,
it's not.
maybe.
31 won't.
Oh,
32
aw.
would have been there.
Yep. Sorry,
I
bud.
see. Ooh, all right. That's even more damage this time.
Well, you can assume what happens.
Yeah,
'Cause then you
I
can
have an
assume.
idea.
Yeah, he
I have-
collapses into a heap and begins to start trying to reform its body.
Cool. I'm gonna leave that behind me for somebody else to deal with. Keld wants to run towards Bosch.
And tell me how many feet that'll be.
60.
Okay. And you have your extra attack or your extra action? Would you like to move 120? You're not going to get all the way to him because of the difficult terrain, but you're going to get into the difficult terrain.
Yes, I want to do that.
Okay. Minus 75.
Go, hasted paladin, go!
Run.
75 and yeah, you're not far from this man at all. You have just fully bulldozed forward, waded into the weeds of these like screaming and writhing corpses, and are just having to like now trudge through and forwards. You definitely get there on your next turn.
Cool.
He looks to you, and there's a twitch of a smile, and when his mouth opens slightly, blood and ichor just like spill out. You see that he does not open his jaw wider than that. His mouth stays pretty closed.
Bro, you got something like right there.
And like, right.
It's just smeared it, huh? This?
Yeah, you got it. You got it.
Oh, good. Thanks, guys. Hey, be nice. Everything, be nice. Be nice, be cool. At the end of your turn, Keld, Bosch will use a legendary action. I need a wisdom saving throw.
How about a 7?
Ugh. You look into Bosch's eyes, and then it's almost like he disappears and the tree writhes behind him, and you can feel your mind being assaulted by this sight. This is the end of days. This is death that you are perceiving in front of you. You are restrained until the end of your next turn.
That's an awful thing to perceive.
Pretty bad.
You're able to push down the terror, but it is like something grips your mind and holds you still. That was lucky for him. How lucky. Back at the top of the round. Okay. Keld, as you stand in the middle of these corpses, you hear crack, snap, and you watch as they all twitch and writhe as their jaws open and they all scream in unison. The sound of wind cutting through branches. I need everybody to make me a wisdom saving throw.
Hey, those of you that are blessed, and I don't know if Kel dated this last time, but if you were blessed, you should get a +2 to that.
I was like, you're not gonna.
It's a D4, and not a +2, unless we're using new rules.
Yeah, no.
Oh, D4. Sorry, yeah, sorry, my bad.
Everybody roll. Kel, don't worry about it, actually.
Okay.
Nix,
Okay.
maybe don't worry about it. I don't remember all your bullshit that you
If
did.
it's a frightened thing, then I don't have to, but I still rolled a 23.
It's pretty cool. Yeah, Nix and Kel, you don't have to roll for this.
I have an
18.
18 also.
already
yeah,
busy.
Actually.
15.
Roshan, you are currently under the fear condition.
Damn, no.
What
This-
is giving it? Is it the tree?
So the thing is, with this one, because it is just the area that is causing this effect, you just have like the disadvantage on attacks against anything in the area, but you can still move around because there's no way to escape it. So moving is still fine. You just can't. Hitting is difficult because everything's scary.
This sounds too scary for me. I'm gonna go find Keld again.
Well, hey,
Yeah,
he's already gone. He's
Kel,
so
Oh
far
wait!
away.
shit.
That is that on that. Gunhild like watches like Kel just zoom by and is like, I need somebody on fucking Sunny, and she goes invisible. That's the end of Gunhild's turn. That's her thing. Kel, I can only assume you have tunnel vision on Bosch, to be fair, and he's actually now closer than Sunny is. But she'd like somebody to go be next to Sunny. So she can attack more than every other round, is her dream. That is Gunhild's turn. It is now Bosch's turn, who looks at the restrained Keld in front of him. And very seamless, very fluid, compared to just like the deteriorating of his body. He takes the bow out and just one hand, bow, arrow, and like slaps it into place, hooks it onto a small hook in the front of his chest. You can see that his bow has been altered in a way that makes it easier for him to like pick up an arrow, and it won't just like whoop like right past and it'll like hit back into things. It looks modified to assist, but not a lot. As he takes it and uses the hook on his chest to draw it backwards, and is going to take an attack against you with advantage. That is a ooh, wait, hold on. Okay, yes, okay. That is a nat 20 to hit. This is also the only time I will remind you that you can negate nat 20s as a reaction if you want to. I won't say it any other time.
I was
and it's not
literally
I
happening.
was
just
gonna
looking
say,
for that.
didn't one of us have that?
I couldn't remember what it was though that does that.
It's your emblem.
Guardian emblem.
Ah. Hell yeah.
So we're using one of those charges.
We are. What the fuck is
Oh, you should just be able to click on the item in your inventory and pull it
that?
up. Well, without all the fancy and doohickery, go ahead and take 15 points of piercing damage.
Whew. No doohickery.
And you feel as like this arrow hits into you, there's like a shock and a cold sensation. You can you can also not regain hit points until the start of your next turn.
Interesting.
Rude.
And so he will take his. He looks around. Is anybody else interesting? Nah, this guy in front of him's really. Then again, that's Sunbeam. Yeah, I think I'll throw one at Nyx in the back, who is just sunbeaming the shit out of everything. So he'll take an attack against you. A 31 to hit. Go ahead and take 12 points of piercing damage, and you cannot heal until the start of your next turn. And Yeah, okay. All right, that's his turn. Sunny, welcome back to the party, baby girl. She straightens back up, sees that Keld is restrained, and that is fortuitous. You gotta have something that he has to, that is roll to hit. You must. You must. It's illegal if you don't. Fine. How many Eldritch Blasts do you get? Okay. She will just stand up and Eldritch Blast the shit out of you with advantage. Okay. Well, we gotta see if we crit. Okay. So the first one hits. The second one does not hit. That's, get out of here. Okay, the third one is going to hit. And then the fourth one. I'd really appreciate another nat 20. That's fine. We get 3 out of 4 that hit. Oops, stop it. Get out of my way. 1, 15. You take 25 points of damage. Ouch. 25 points of force damage as 3 of these rocket into you. That was 2 10s on the D10. How fortuitous.
Jiminy Christmas.
That's
How you doing,
thanks.
Keld?
Thanks, D&D Beyond.
I think that was Nyx.
No, that was you.
Wait, you're still hitting me?
Yeah,
Yes,
at advantage
Sunny
because you're
got up
right
and
there.
started hitting you.
Oh shit! Sorry, I did not catch any of that. Then.
You take 25 points of force damage.
Okay.
And guess that's halved.
Because it's spell
technically a
damage.
spell.
It's spells.
I guess half it. Yeah,
Happily.
I guess half it, and I'll dwell on that bullshit for the rest of my life. And then Sunny takes a look around, moves back a bit, and lays back down. There's too much range going on for her. She's not stupid. So she'll lay back down. That is the end of her turn. Nana, you're up, or Roshan, you're on deck.
So, Nana, I assume, is still not within range to get Bosch with Hunter's Mark, but is she within range to get Sunny?
Sunny is further than Bosch.
Further than Bosch. Okay.
She's like going sideways now. She is making distance between y'all and herself.
Okay.
Bosch is closer. He's 95 feet away. If the range is 90, you're welcome to take a
Yeah.
step forward.
Yeah. I will indeed be taking a step forward in that case. If Sunny's further away than Bosch is the main target, I'm going for that. Gonna Hunter's Mark him and try and grant him that death wish that he seems so keen on.
Sure, by all means.
Okay. And yeah. Trying to see if I have a thing I want to add onto it. Nah, it's fine. All right. That's ooh, good. Nice. Right. 23 to hit.
23 hits.
That's 10 points of damage.
Okay.
Second attack. Ha. 18 plus 8, 26. to hit.
That'll hit.
That's, oh, nice. 12 points of damage.
Okay. The arrows hit into him. You can see that he's registering pain, but it's almost like somebody who's kind of past that. Like, what's he gonna do about it? What's
Okay. And I'm assuming Keld is, at this point, not within range to be able to hit anybody.
Held is restrained. He can't do
Yeah.
anything right now.
Okay. Then third attack is going to be on Bosch. Whew, 19 on the dice plus 8, 27 to hit.
That hits.
All right, that is 11 points of piercing damage.
Okay.
And I'm assuming he is still up. Is he bloodied?
We've been past bloodied for a
We've
minute
been
now.
past bloodied. Cool. Nana is going to advance. She's going to try and put herself in a trajectory to place herself in between Keld and Sunny. I don't know how far her 30 feet of movement will get her into that position, but
Yeah, by no means are you going to like fill that slot yet, but you currently can begin heading that way. It will take you off your trajectory of running straight towards Bosch and the tree, but you are welcome to do that.
yeah, I just would like to at least give Keld an opportunity if he can't get loose in this next round or so.
He will be freed from this by the ability at the end of his turn.
Okay. I'm still gonna kite that direction for the time being because I've presently got range and nobody
Okay.
to hit up close. So
Roshan, you're up and you're on deck.
I think Roshan will continue with the transformation. I think this time there's a fire in his eyes, and the wings and tattoos unfurl off his body with kind of just a really heavy rush of smoke that billows out from him. It unravels, and then he's going to move forward and heal himself at the same time. Probably
Okay.
there might be an opportunity attack from a Varguli, maybe.
Hey, Barguli, let's go. Hiya. What's your armor class?
15.
Ooh, it misses.
Yay! Get fucked, little guy.
He's like his little wings go up like a shrug, like, oh.
And then I'll move the 40 feet forward. Because I'm a long strider, even with my wings.
Aren't you cute? Okay. That is that on that. At the end of your turn. Yeah, Bosch will use a legendary action. And will. He'll hold off for now, actually. I'll hold off. Restraint. That is Roshan's turn. Fen, you are up.
With 90 feet of movement through difficult terrain, do I have enough to get like behind Keld? Like if Keld was a human shield between him and Bosch, that's where Fen wants to be.
Sure, I'll put you right behind Keld. Why not?
Okay. And Fen will ready an action. The next time that Sunny pops up, he's gonna put an arrow through that little louse's eyes. Like
Okay.
That's or a bolt, not a quarrel, not an arrow. But
Okay.
that's ready to
Pointy end
action.
stick.
Yeah. Hopefully there's somebody within 5 feet by then. But that's his hope.
Okay. These guys pop back up. He watches two of these abominations begin to reconstitute. Equals. The only person they can reach is Nyx. So both of them are going to bulldoze forward, bodies barely held together as they run over to her.
Don't
And
like that.
they will make their attacks. These guys. I don't want to download anything. Get out of my way. Okay. Okay. You can't even see the Bosch dice on the table. I'm like, where is she? Okay. First one's a 21 to hit. And the second one is higher. Good for you, girly. You take 13 points of psychic damage as this thing latches onto you and just its jaw unhinges and it screams in your face. And as you turn your head away, a second one shows up and is going to do
Don't
the
like that.
same thing. Oh, I already rolled twice, didn't I? I was like, ooh, even higher. So that would already hit. I remember. I did this. They're 15 points of psychic damage as these creatures hold on to you and scream. That is their turn. You see they reconstitute a little bit and look slightly sturdier. This one Varghuli is going to. It's only one person all of them can reach, and it's Nyx. So
Stop
it is
it!
also. Nyx is the closest. Nyx is a movement away.
Curses.
So it's going to go for the bite and is going to miss. Nyx, you just feel it like bonk into the back of your body and then just like slide down the back of your armor.
Blinded by the sunbeam, couldn't tell the distance.
It's like, oh shit, and just hits straight in. One of those. I feel like Keld killed all of those, so I'm just gonna say that's true in canon. Next round. Okay. So that's 3 on you, 2 of these like corrupted reforming things, and 1 head with wings doing its best. And then those aren't in play. What is your speed, girly? I was so excited when you guys killed things, and then I remembered they come back. And then I remembered. It is going to use this slithering mass of corruption is going to serpentine through the grass, is going to dash to get to Fen. So just fully dashes, gets to where Fen and Keld are. Nyx, you are up. Keld, you're the next player character on deck. You actually are the next person on deck because you killed all those things. But I like to
Right.
dream.
So I'm surrounded.
Yeah. You have 3 things on you.
Cool. Pretty sure. Hold on. Finding spells is difficult sometimes, guys.
What are you gonna do?
I'm trying to remember what the name of the spell is that does the thing around me that I normally have prepared instead of my sunbeam.
Halo of spores.
That won't hurt them. Not that
Oh.
one.
The
That
the
does
shield,
Is it like
yellow
a
metal
thunder
shield,
wave or something?
That's the one. Hold on.
Nice.
Type in the word thunder. I did. Thank goodness. Okay.
I was like, I know some spells.
Actually, I'm gonna use fog cloud just for you, Jill. No.
Oh hell yeah, do it, please. Throw it right on top of Keld for me.
Yeah.
Entertain
No.
me for a round.
So these are these all ones that have reconstituted, or are they?
One
They're
of
fresh
them, the
ones.
bird, is still full hit points, living the dream. The other two are
Everyone else
reconstituted.
isn't. All right, we're doing a first level then. And
Probably
that'll be
smart.
a con save.
What kind of con you guys have going? Would you be shocked to know the birds is just okay? And what am I trying to hit here? 20?
20.
Hey, Varguli, you did your best, and that's what's important. That was a really good roll. Did you say con?
Yes.
Okay, just double checking. That'll be 3 failures.
Okay. So that's 12 thunder damage, 6 for the one that succeeded, and if any of them that failed are alive, they get pushed 10 feet back.
They all failed.
Oh, well.
2 of the bodies kind of like ragdoll 10 feet away. And this Varguli
physics.
motherfucker pushed backwards, spits out some blood, and focuses up with his 1 remaining hit point.
Nice.
And he stays in it to win it.
The dental package is so good, you guys.
He's like, guys, the benefits. I
That we
can't give
have.
up. It's not break time. Anything else, Nyx? Any movement?
If there aren't any that can get an opportunity attack since they are pushed away, I'll move my 30 feet.
Yeah.
Closer to other people.
All right. You are now also entering into that difficult terrain area.
Cool.
Okay. Anything else, Nyx?
That's it.
Keld, you are forced to stare at Bosch for a turn. Could you
God, I
maybe tell me-
forgot.
You throw all your dice down. I'm so
I was so
sorry.
prepared to have an action.
Could you tell me what's going through Keld's mind?
Probably some existential thoughts. I'm not sure. He's probably thinking about all this time that he and Nyx and the rest of the party have been hunting down this man and basically cleaning up all of the corruption and messes he's left in his wake. Just all of the bad things that has sprouted from Bosch's doings.
Yeah.
And then just looking directly at him.
And you feel your limbs loosen back up, and you now have control over them once again at the end of your turn. That is now back at the top. You feel energy crackle through the air as the tree expands and moves, growing larger and more powerful with each round. And you can see that Keld, as Bosch looks at you, his lips trying to twist into a smile, and you can see the arrow digging into the roof of his mouth. And that is where we are going to take our break. Thank you for being here. We appreciate it. How about you go get a snack and a drink, and we'll be back in 10 minutes.
And get to
Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the Dice Cult for episode 101 of On the Backs of Gods. For some reason, that one's really tripping me up today. We are mid combat with the cultist Bosch, a bunch of spooky little ghoulies, and Sunny running around in the background, and Gunhild actively trying to stab her. The normal. Um, just another Tuesday. Now, canonically, this is happening on a Tuesday, which sounds so upsetting that that it has to be somebody's Tuesday. But we are back in it, back into the combat. At the top, the energy from the orb continues to grow, and there is a pulse of energy that shoots out in all directions. I need everybody to make a Constitution saving throw.
Eight or 18.
I was like, ooh.
Do I get Keld's aura even if he is restrained?
He's no longer restrained, and yes.
Okay, cool. 24.
And it was a con save, correct?
Yes.
Okay.
16.
Don't forget your D4s, blessed people.
12.
Mm.
Mm.
16 plus 8. Sorry, 23. It's up there.
Nyx, you're going to take 23 points of necrotic damage. Everybody else is going to take half, and then Keld and Fen are going to take half of that.
So it's 23 halved and halved?
Yes.
Okay.
So everybody else just half it. Keld and Fen half it, and then half it again. That's Gunhild's turn. She does something while invisible. Who knows? It's probably moving. It's probably just moving across the battlefield. If you had to guess. All right. Remember to mute me. Also, Sunny stands up. Fen, go ahead and take your attack.
It's 24 to hit.
Yeah, not worth it. She'll it hits into her as she stands up.
All right. Is there somebody within 5 feet of her?
No.
Okay.
She's
Even
a
if-
long way.
Even
Off
if
the
they
side.
can't be seen, there's nobody within 5.
There is currently
Yes.
nobody giving you sneak attack.
All right. 9 points of damage.
Okay.
Woo!
Good job. That is the first damage done to Sunny. So there we go.
Not nothing.
Sunny is up. What do you want to do, girly? Follow your heart? What's that, Sunny? Do you want an Eldritch Blast? I do. I do. I am going to hit Fen with 4 Eldritch Blasts because she stood up, gets hit with an arrow. Focus turns slightly to the left away from Keld and to Fen. And it's like, maybe if I miss him, I'll still hit Keld. So just absolutely unloads on Fen.
Do it.
What is your armor class?
17.
Okay. First one misses, second one hits. Third one, she's not the greatest, it seems, at Eldritch Blasting. She's better at throwing a sword around. Okay, 2 of them are going to hit still. One of them will be for 6 damage, and the other one will be for 5. And I'll need 2 concentration checks for Bless. The DC is 10 for both of them.
Well, one of them fails, so Bless is gone.
Alright,
Sorry, guys.
Bless is out of play.
It's all right.
She doesn't know that happens, but feels content about something. She doesn't exactly know that that happened, but she's like,
I feel discontent about the exchange of damage points between those 2 attacks.
interesting. Well, she's going to, honestly, she got hit with an arrow, and now she's got to think about it. I was about to say fuck it, we ball, but you know what? I'm gonna roll to see if fuck it, we ball. I don't like that. Give me a number higher or lower. Shit, it's the same number. Stop. Fuck it, we ball. Sunny looks over and goes, okay. And she's gonna start running back in. She's like, all right, why not? She will run forward and start closing the distance. She doesn't need to do that yet. Okay. She begins to make her way forwards. That is Sunny's turn. It is now Nana's turn. Roshan, you're on deck.
Okay. With Sunny approaching us, Nana, I think, is kind of coming up, kind of like triangulating a bit between the midpoint-ish of Sunny and Fen and Keld, but like coming up from behind.
Yeah, something like that.
So Nana wants to run forward, take one shot to one side at Sunny, and take 2 shots at Bosch dead ahead.
Okay. You can go ahead and take your shot at Sunny.
Okay, 22 to hit.
Okay. She casts shield as she's running forward, and it
Yeah,
scrapes off
fine.
of it.
Oh well, I'm keeping her on her toes. And 2 for Bosch, who has my hunter's mark anyhow. Let's see. 19 on the dice plus 8. That's 27 to hit.
Mm-hmm.
10 points of piercing damage.
Okay.
And how about a dirty 20 to hit?
That will hit.
Dirty 20 hits. Okay. 12 points of piercing damage.
You see as his eyes begin to flutter and his body seems incredibly unbalanced. He's holding on by like nothing.
Is it 1 HP again?
It's not 1 HP.
Is it
It's-
2?
It's 3.
God damn it! Okay, fine!
It would be 3.
Yep! It's cool! Why would we change it up now? This is the BBEG fight. It's the culmination of everything that we've seen and done. This is just holding true to form.
Hey, you got battle master maneuvers. You could throw some stank on that.
Hey, after I said there's 3, you certainly cannot.
Yeah, no, I certainly
Not-
cannot after
You could have before I
final
said
damage.
that,
Yeah, yeah, at this point in time, no. I'm moving my full 30 feet. As far as that will get me, that's like 15 feet forward through this difficult terrain.
but, yeah.
Yeah.
You can feel that the flame is now starting to like hone in on you, Nana. Like its focus begins to kind of sink in and you can feel its presence. people who glance at Nana can see like the image of a heat mirage that slowly kind of like moves in and out in the space. Roshan, you are very aware now that the flame is becoming active. That is
Does Roshan feel, because Roshan is in his unleashed form, does he feel that diminish in any way?
go ahead and roll me insight real quick.
Pretty good at that, but I rolled a 2, so that's only a 17.
Only.
Oh, I lied, only a 15.
Oh, golly.
So, you currently don't feel like your abilities are diminishing. You almost feel as if there's like a kind of like more of a symbiotic thing happening where you are amping up your power and the flame is leaning into that to be stronger so that you're feeling like it is building up so that it can be active, kind of like it is in the mansion. So that it can be more tangible, more available to communicate and be part of the team.
Sounds great.
That's that. And Roshan, you're up. Fen, you're on deck.
I think Roshan is going to send 2 Eldritch blasts at Bosch and then 1 at Sunny.
Okay.
For Bosch, let's see. Does a 15 hit?
A 15 does not hit.
Okay. Then what is that? Does a 17 hit?
17 does not hit.
Fucking hell. Fuck this guy. We hate him.
We hate him.
Oh
That's
my
what I've
god.
been saying
And
this
then
whole time.
a 12 at Sunny, so that's garbage.
Eldritch Blast is not pulling its weight in this combat. Let me just say.
No,
for,
it is
for
not.
anybody.
No,
for
it's
either
bad.
Team. Eldritch
It's
Blast
almost
is a bad
like
spell.
the Baldur's Gate one.
So Roshan is going to instead cast Healing Word at a 2nd level. And then he'll move another 40 feet forward, but he's flying, so.
Okay, you're about 45 feet away.
Okay.
You know what? I'd allow you to be there on your next turn. We'll say you're 40 feet away, because who knows?
Sweet.
Who even knows? Who even could know? Fen, you are up. Nyx, you're the next player character on deck.
How far is Fen from Bosch?
Well. How far do you want to be from Bosch? Do you have a number in your heart? I can't hear you.
Like 45 feet? Am I within 45 feet?
Yes, because I'm pretty sure Peld's closer than that. Yeah. You can be whatever you want to be.
Fen would like to move difficult terrain, his full movement.
Okay.
He would like to not Eldritch Blast. Fen doesn't Eldritch Blast. Fen would like to
And then Eldritch Blast.
Misty Step directly behind Bosch and use his action to grapple him in a chokehold. Like, Fen just wants to restrain Bosch, like stop him from whatever the fuck he's doing, and like not kill him, just be a thing that stops him from doing the thing he wants to do.
Okay. Go ahead and roll me athletics.
And I'll take my advantage on this.
Okay.
$19.
Ooh. And that will be a 22 from our paper thin motherfucker. It is touching him. It's like you can feel his bones as if through paper. Like it's like a paper bag. His skin is thin. But when he grabs your arm, there is this immense strength to it as he's able to like move out of the way and twist out of it. But he is on shaky feet. And just like leaves a smear of ichor across your hand that is just actively just still dripping from the wound in his chin. That is your action.
It's my action, my bonus action, and my movement. So
There you go.
That's it. Yeah, I can't do anything else.
Perfect. Now a bunch of me. Okay. Bosch will use a legendary action and kind of like he reaches his arm downwards and you can feel the earth leaning and straining for his grasp. And you feel that like pressure move under your feet, Fen, and you are shunted back 30 feet. That's his legendary action. These guys are still up. Look at them. They're pushed back 10 feet, so they will dash to get to Nyx. So these two guys run to get to Nyx. The Varguli will do the same thing. It will dash to get to you, Nyx. Doing its best. You watch as further back down the way, 3 more creatures stand up. So these guys are back in play. It's just long claws and like dangling tongues. Some of the tongues are just fully destroyed and it's just like half a tongue dangling out of the mouth. And this little guy was just like slithering on the ground. It's like, ugh, it turns around and continues its pursuit of Fen, who it is currently tracking, and is going to make its attack. Ooh, that's an 18 on the dice.
That
Believe
hits.
in
I
yourself.
accept.
Thank you. I love when you guys let me follow the rules. Jillian, I guess. Ba, ba, ba. You'd think on the D10 you could roll a higher number, but it's whatever. Go ahead and take 6 points of bludgeoning damage. That's its turn. Nyx, you are up. Kel, you are on deck.
Great. Did they get up into hitting range if I move again? Everything that just ran at me?
Yeah.
Great. Love
They're
it.
not the best at hitting, but they are all definitely there.
Right, but not in a sunbeam line.
No, it's kind of like they're in a triangle around you. Yeah, they all line up in a row. Like, do it. You do it, you won't.
Let me do it. And I throw another thunder wave at these people. This is frustrating. So it's another con save.
I rolled it and then I pushed it over. I think they're all just going to take that. They fail.
Wait, they all get pushed away and take 10 thunder damage.
Oh, what a coinky dink.
What's this?
Oof, they all explode and go flying.
Great.
Oof. They explode. That Varguli, he did he best.
They tried.
You 3 are up. You 2 are down. Okay.
And Nyx will slowly keep making her way towards everybody else with my 30 feet of movement.
Okay. You're basically kind of like about to cross paths with like Nana, is basically where you are.
Great.
As she turns focus and heads towards the tree. So you're gonna get slightly past her, but you're still moving that way in the difficult terrain.
But now feels like she's part of what everyone else is doing.
Yeah. Okay. So now you're about 50 from Bosch and like 15 from Nana, who's also trucking over. And then there's Sunny, who's also beginning to truck over. And Roshan's
Whoa. Good.
kind of like floating over. Um, okay. Actually, Nyx, at this distance, you can actually begin to feel the heat. No longer beginning to feel like winter in the space.
Oh. Clocks that. Great.
So you'd actually mentioned that the whole field was starting to feel like Suppleheim anyway.
In summer, right?
Now imagine a heat wave in summer, then, if you will.
Uh-oh.
Nyx is really hot. Nana,
Yeah, Nyx
she
is-
doesn't even she can't be bothered.
That's canon.
Hair melted.
Damn.
That is Nyx's turn. These guys aren't going to get up this round. Keld, you are up. Bosch is within distance in front of you.
All right. How far away was Roshan? Could I tell?
Oh, Magali. 1 second. Un momento. Roshan's probably 40-ish feet away from you, 30 feet.
Okay. Keld's deliberating a little because he knows we have to do something about this battery orb situation.
Mm-hmm.
However, Bosch is right here, and he is going to end that.
Okay.
So I think surely we can tell how close to death's door he is.
He's 3 hit points away.
Surely. I don't know if 17 is gonna work though.
17 does not hit.
It keeps
You
not
watch as
hitting.
Fen is pushed away and you run in and swing with your sword. And it is just like almost like he stumbles backwards out of the way. It's nothing fancy or magical. It just grazes past him.
Yeah. Just well, that's worse. Okay. Okay. Fuck you. Did I already use my inspiration? I think I did.
I don't think you have.
Oh, I used bless, I think. Oh,
Yeah,
come
bless,
on.
You still have bless.
So I can re-roll a roll.
Blesses you, no. So with the inspiration, you have to call it before you roll, that you get to roll with advantage.
Okay. All right. Keld does not hit Bosch.
Would you like to use your hasted action to attack?
That was my hasted action.
You only have 2
Did you
attacks. I feel like I
attack
said that earlier.
3 times or 2 times?
I attacked 3 times and none of them hit.
Oh. Rip.
That's upsetting.
That is really upsetting.
I'm upset for you. Did you say one of those was a 17?
No, it was a 6. Plus
That's nowhere near a
11, so 17. Yes.
Oh, see. Did you add your bless?
No,
I think you should.
I thought bliss
Do
was
it.
gone.
You have a separate thing.
Gone for us.
Gone for everybody that I didn't cast it for. Roshan blessed you.
You have it from the
potion
The
blessed.
potion.
Oh, potion.
That just stays for the whole combat, basically.
Oh, okay.
Well,
So I don't.
some of it.
Yeah, it's there for an hour. So.
Oh yeah, that's there for the hopefully there for the whole combat.
Yeah, you think.
Please. It hasn't been an hour yet.
Not for us in character.
You need a 2 on the dice. You need a 2 on that D4.
That's a 2.
That hits.
Ah,
I don't think you're capable of rolling below 3 damage.
I don't think so either.
Get in there, bud.
How do you do this?
How do you want to do this?
Do you give him a little smooch before you?
No.
Hey, does everybody line up and give him a little smooch first?
No.
Okay, whatever. He didn't want it or anything. How do you do this, Keld?
I think he just literally impales him and forces him down into the ground where he wants to
Okay.
go.
You stab into him, he bleeds like a living person. His body crumples like a living person. You can see him gasp for air through a almost welded shut mouth, akin to a living person. You can see just blood pooling in his mouth, eyes wide and vacant, and just looking up at you, just the corners of a lopsided smile. Keld, that's your turn. That is another round that the orb has been active.
Roshan, get over here.
We're gonna have a layer action. Actually, I don't know if he has the strength for a layer action. So I won't have one. I don't think he can summon the earth like that at this exact moment. So he shan't. Is Gunhild's turn. All right, girly. Okay. All right, that's what's your passive perception? Bad. Gunhild comes out of just like the fucking sky, like propelled herself off of just like one of these logs, and just like from behind Sunny, just like comes in, dagger above head.
Hell yeah!
Goes in. She's gonna get advantage because she kind of can't not roll high enough on stealth. She has to get higher than what Sunny can do with a shield, though, because Sunny will spend all of her magic on shields to not get stabbed this way. Let's see what we got going on. Okay. This cuts in through the shield, like digs in. You watch as like Gunhild sort of like lands on the shield and like muscles her way through it, and the dagger hits like dead into Sunny's collarbone. You watch as Sunny like reaches up and like it cuts into her fingers as she grabs at it to stop it from fully digging into her neck. But let's go and use all of the abilities we have here. So first, the damage from the dagger. 10 piercing. If somebody would keep track of this for me, I'd be appreciative. And then Sunny is going to get the full brunt of this venom dagger. So she's going to roll a Constitution saving throw. That is not going to cut it. So she is going to take the full poison damage. Come here. Which is 7 more damage, and then gets the sneak attack, which is 9d6. So 34 more damage. How many damage am I looking at?
51.
51.
Thank you. Ouch. And that's what would have happened if I was able to hit Roshan a little bit ago. Because I would have used everything I had. But like stabs into her, and just like you watch as like Sunny grabs her by the arm and like throws her over her shoulder, and he watches it like cuts across and blood just splatters across the green grass. Gunhild sort of like skids, looks over, um, flicks her off. Bonus action, disengage, is going to step back. She can't get very far, but she she backs up a little bit. Cannot go invisible yet. She's like just backs up like a couple feet away from her. Maybe
Flips her off.
shouldn't be.
John Cena's backwards.
Probably shouldn't showboat too hard, but how can you resist? Um, that is the end of Gunhild's turn. Sunny is going to use a legendary action. Now that somebody is within range. She uses her legendary action. You watch as she like puts a foot to the ground and just like pushes herself forward. A bit of like like a supernatural speed to it. As she pushes herself forward and fully closes the distance with Gunhild and makes an attack. Let's fight. Go on. Okay. One moment. You watch as Sunny pulls forward the now like large and like dripping with ichor black sword. And it hits into Gunhild, and you watch energy explode from the sword. And the look of shock on Sunny's face, and then the look of euphoria as this sword makes contact. She rolls a nat 20. It just hits into her.
No.
Okay.
Oh my god.
We're not done here yet. One moment.
It's that thing that never happened to Kel.
Okay. So Gunhild is going to make a constitution saving throw. What do you add to this, girly? Okay. Not that dice. That's not your dice. Okay. The blade digs in to her shoulder, and you watch as her armor begins to be systematically ripped apart where the sword is making contact. And Gunhild's eyes go wide, and she just basically puts all of her force and screams as she pushes at it and is like pushed down onto a knee. And you watch as there is like a burst of energy right as it lifts slightly off of Gunhild's shoulder. And you watch as it's just like this horrible, like wrenching, sucking sound as the air is just pulled towards it. And uh, Sunny screams, just anger, furious. Um, she still is going to take damage, but it does not kill her outright. And that was her legendary action. That was Gunhild's turn. It is Bosch's turn as he lays on the ground, sort of like pinned down. He will, as he begins to take his turn, right before you can hear like Sunny, who like now is like looking in that direction, eyes go wide. And she begins to yell at Bosch. You're a coward! You're a fucking coward! Use it! And Kel, you have a front row seat to this man as he lay dying. You can see kind of just like laying out on the ground before you. His arm kind of falls to the side. And you can see what looks like something about a little over like a foot long wrapped in, looks like like burlap, just tied loosely with twine. He is going to use a legendary action before his turn, and he is going to shunt you back 30 feet, Keld. As he is at the foot of the tree, you can see that like his energy sort of pulses in time with it. You can see like the veins like pulsing and moving and starting to like creep up his face as you watch the color completely drain from it, whatever color was left there. And he looks down to the earth and takes a deep, horrible, shaky breath, damp with blood. A gift for a dying man. My lady, if you're not ready for me. And you watch as his body sort of like falls and lands atop. What you are able to get a glance as you are pushed back, Keld, is an arm, emaciated and shriveled piece of flesh. He lands on it. And it is a horrible crunching and ripping sound as you can see his blood begin to like splatter out from under him. And he lets out a scream, the first time reacting to pain in this moment. And then it shifts to laughter as he pushes himself up, blood spilling from his mouth still. You can see this withered arm now attached to the stump where his original had once been before you all took it from him. And you watch as it begins to fill with his blood and corruption. And you watch as the bones snap and twist. And you can see him viscerally reacting to the pain as it begins to go flush and fat with blood. And he instinctively grabs his bow that's on the ground next to him. And you watch as corruption bleeds from the arm and engulfs the bow in its entirety, connecting the bow to his new arm, now black and twisted, both bound together. And the pain disappears from his face as the bow and his arm are consumed, his veins pulsing black. He pushes himself to his feet and levels the bow in Keld's direction. And you watch as Iker fills and replaces an arrow that he lets loose at you. Let's see here. He's going to take one attack with the bow. That is a nat 20.
Kel doesn't take those, right?
Did
Cancel it.
I? Oh yeah, I have a charge left.
You should have, like, I think 3. I thought there were 3 charges. I could have made that up.
3 total, one has been used.
Yes. What Josh said.
Cool. Wait. Yes. Okay, that's still 19 points of piercing damage.
Oof.
And 44 points of necrotic damage.
Gross.
I don't like that.
He kind of straightens up, his body twisting. You can feel like it like bending his spine as he moves and shifts. There is a tinge of life there. A small beacon. He's still alive, but at what cost?
Good question.
And he uses his movement to fully close the distance and comes and meets you, Keld. That is his turn currently. It is now Sunny's turn, who looks at Bosch and kind of like mouth slightly agape and's like, all right, like focus is up, and turns her focus to Gunhild, who she is going to continue to attack.
How far away are Gunhild and Sunny at this point from any of us?
I mean, they're probably like the closest person to them is probably you, and you're probably at least like 30 away from them. So, that's
And
her
that's
armor
like in the
class.
exact opposite direction of the tree.
Yes,
If I'm
that would be
remembering
going
right,
away
yeah.
from the tree.
Yeah.
She's going to make her first attack with the, not the Black Ichor sword. That is going to hit even with the numbers taken off of it. Actually, wait, no, hold on. It's one short. That's fine. So your new armor class. Okay. As you watch that familiar blue aura begin to wrap its way around Sunny now that she is using her swords, and is now going to do an attack with the Black Ichor blade, and hope she can try again. It is going to make contact, and she's going to take. Okay. You watch as Gunhild dodges out of the way of the first sword and then takes a hit in the side from the other one, but is now just like fully engaged with Sunny, and you can see like the kind of jumping from like side to side on her feet, trying to stay light, but like looks like she's surrounded just by one person. That is Sunny. Is that everything you want to do, girly? She will use her bonus action to second wind. Please and thank you. Okay. Nana, you are up.
So I'm still a good ways away from Keld and Bosch, and still a good ways away again from the tree. The tree is still further away than Keld and Bosch, is that right?
Actually, the tree is now closer. They were pushed to the side. So now the tree is kind of like part of that triangle now.
Okay. How far again am I from the tree?
You are about 65 feet, and
Oh, man.
it's difficult terrain.
Yeah. Okay. And that's closer to me than Bosch and Keld. Okay.
Yeah,
All right.
they're probably a little further than that.
Yeah. Okay. Right. So as the crow flies, I'm still within 90 feet of Bosch, I think.
Yep.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. I'm going to make 3 attacks on Bosch. If he's right up on... Well, I don't have anything fancy to add advantage unless I just get advantage because Keld is right there on his...
You do not.
No? Okay. Yeah.
Uh,
I don't
as
get
you-
special stuff.
As you go to make your first attack, you do feel the heat around you begin to flare up. You feel it is trying to draw your focus to the tree, but currently does not have any like ability to force you to do that.
Yeah.
No words, but it's like you can feel urgency is what you feel from it.
Nana reciprocates that urgency. She is not moving towards Bosch and Keld. She's firing off these shots and then she's trying to make her way towards the tree.
Seems that is not the flame's favorite thing that you have done.
Yeah, I understand. I do get it. Dirty 20 to hit, though.
That does not hit. You
Mm,
watch
cool.
as this arrow like comes at him and he swats it away with this like bow arm combo.
Neat. I'm going to try one more attack. That is... What's that? Ooh. 24 to hit?
24 hits.
Okay, cool. Neat. Okay. 12 points of piercing damage.
Okay.
And I'm gonna give my third attack, and use of my bonus action to throw a maneuver at Keld. That is Battlemaster Commander's Strike. Nana, I think, even though her shots did not land on Bosch, I think that she was trying to aim to like stagger him, to force him to shift, force him to move, force him to parry her somehow, and then shouts, "Keld, go! Now!" And Keld will get to add a superiority die to that. He will have to use his reaction. And he can
So
add that
he can
superiority to
attack.
the damage.
What is the superiority die?
D10.
Wait.
I come before Keld in the turn order, if I'm remembering right.
Yeah. He used his reaction to negate a 20 now, didn't he?
Oh, wait. Did he?
He did.
Okay.
So
Yep. No, you're right.
It
You're right.
falls on deaf ears.
Yep. You're right. You're right. Okay.
I think that is currently the case. Someone's welcome to correct me, but I think that happened.
I'll
Thank
trust you
you.
on that. Yep. In which case, I guess not that. I'll use a third attack on Bosch and then make my way towards the tree.
Oh, you did the thing.
Oh, I did the thing?
Yeah. You attempted to do the thing and it failed.
Oh, okay. All right. Never mind then. Then I'm making my way towards the tree. I have 30 feet of movement. I
Which is
think
halved.
at this juncture, I think actually Nana, like, just deadass drops her bow and arrow. She's not been as effective with that anyway. Anything else she's going to wind up engaging with, she's going to want at melee range. And at the moment, she's heading towards the tree, which is not presently presenting arrow targets. So.
Okay. You move closer, wading through bodies. All of them like twitching and writhing, and it's hard to like, it's like walking across moving ground. It is a difficult walk. That is Nana's turn. Roshan, you are up.
Roshan, so can you describe what the tree orb situation is?
Sure, I'd love to. So there is a large, terrible black ichor tree. The thing is, it almost looks like a thing from a storybook drawing. Like there's something unreal about it, but you know the way that you like watch leaves fly through the air, or the way grass gently taps against it, that it is a solid thing. It has a gnarled trunk that twists up and around, that branches out into these like dripping ichor leaves. In the twist of the trunk is where the orb is. You can see that it is like firmly sat inside of it. It is still visible, but it is like part of the tree to an extent, as if the tree grew around it. And it
Then
pulses with ever increasing energy.
Roshan is going to fly forward. I think I we still might. Are we still scared? Roshan's still scared.
Oh,
He's not making
Roshan,
any real attacks.
go ahead and roll me 2 wisdom saves because I think we're 2 rounds past that. So just give me that real quick.
Well, the second one is more than 20.
Okay, you're no longer afeared.
Uh, well, the fear melts away, um, like smoke dripping off of his body, and he's going to fly up and put his hand on the orb.
Okay. As you approach, I am going to allow you to do an Arcana check as you approach, as you observe this thing.
Great. Uh, that's a flat 30.
Ooh. You begin to reach out, and you can almost feel energy like pulling you towards it. Roshan, if you touch this with your bare hands, it will kill you. You think it will kill you dead if you were to touch this in this moment. It is radiating such power that you think if you touched it, it would try to consume you, and you would then have to fight against it. Do you think you are capable of doing things without touching it? Yes. Do you think any of this is going to be easy? No. You think that if you put your focus into it, that you should be able to possibly contend with it with your 30. You're like, I think I could possibly get this to stop doing what it is doing. Um, you are very certain now looking at it and feeling the energy and like watching what it's doing, and all, of course, all the things people have said to you, that if you break this, it is an instant death scenario. That seems worse than touching it, is if you were like, you know what if I just explode it? Worst case scenario is this thing either breaks or goes off in the way that Bosch has intended. Um, though, while you are looking at it, you are becoming keenly aware that before it was activated, it did not seem incredibly powerful. And the everything they went through to make it work, this whatever connection to Soppelheim, whatever ritual is going on here, it was an incredible amount of magical energy that went into turning this thing on. You think that if you turn it off now, you're not sure if you could turn it back on again. Then the power that it contains could not be used. So you believe if it was deactivated, it would stop doing what it's doing, but you're not sure you could turn it back on again. And you can
Okay.
ask for clarification and more
Yeah, is
specifics if you'd
there
like.
some kind of middle ground between uh, turning it off, and does Roshan think that he could uh, channel that energy? Well, I think safety is really out the window.
Mm.
Without dying, without just straight dying, um, into shearing the flame off of the shadows that are bound to him.
So with this 30, I love to speak so openly. I love to just say the things I'm thinking and will do. Um, so in the case of this middle ground, do you think that the target of the energy that is currently being used could be shifted? You think so. Will it be difficult? Yes. But you believe that you can take the energy and put it somewhere else, use it for another purpose. Will that stop it from doing what it's doing currently? You're not sure. It may use all of its energy in this process and stop. You just don't know what'll happen after. It may still keep going and keep ramping up. But do you think you could use it to shear off the flame? Um, when we speak safely, um, when we speak about safety, um, in this haphazard sort of manner, I don't know what your goal is, Roshan. Um, it would be a lot harder to safely sever the flame. And I mean that mostly for the flame. Severing the flame you think would obliterate it if it is not in control of this or you are actively trying to sever it safely.
I think so. I think that's a difficult choice for Roshan. It does flash across his mind that whatever was done to him and his sister was ostensibly to kind of make them into batteries, and that might even like trigger a moment of clarity while he's doing this about why the shadows attached themselves to him in the first place. But I think he is going to throw safety out the window and going to try to uh, get rid of the fire.
Okay, so I'm going to lay out the mechanics for you real quick. I'm not going to give you the
Okay.
numbers, but I'm going to give you the things, the categories. So there is a success. You are going to need 3 successes to ostensibly do what you want in this moment, which is redirect the battery. If you fail and you get 3 failures in a row, you think you would break the orb. Now, if you roll a nat 1, I am blowing this thing sky high.
Let's go.
No backups, no rerolls. I blow it up. I just blow the nat 1. I blow it up.
You can blow
Okay.
it up and we'll deal with the aftermath.
Yeah, I mean somebody will. Somebody will deal with it. All right, so you are going to do an Arcana check. And you know what? Hey, because I've already said that a nat 1 is just astronomical failure, I'll go ahead and let it be that if you can get me a nat 20, you can have 2 successes.
Okay.
Only fair when one of them is just immediate death.
Yeah, I will roll this first one straight then.
Arcana, please.
And that is a 1328.
Okay. Can you tell me what your magic looks like as you do this? Can you tell me what the ritual looks like? And also, just to clarify, this will be 3 rounds. So you get one of
Yeah.
these every round. It'll take your
Um,
action.
I think Roshan like gets up near it, realizes that its touch will disintegrate him or worse. And I think he starts drawing in air some uh, sigils and runes and magical circles, and I think he feels like he needs to work faster, so he starts pulling the the rings and halos that surround his body that look like his tattoos, and will just start pulling those off of his winged form and putting them slapdash into whatever his intuition guides him into this spell work.
Okay. You start this process and you feel eyes on you, Roshan. Curious. And then so incredibly furious. You feel the flame like rip itself from you as best as it can. Nana, you feel heat engulfing around your body. He's going to kill me. Stop him.
You're not gonna die.
Okay. The flame pleads for its life. That is Roshan's turn. Fen, you are up.
Fen has just been shunted back.
You're actually
From
kind of like very close to Bosch now. He kind of like went and filled that space. So you're about like 10 feet away from him.
yeah, but he like, thought that Bosch was dead. Like he saw Keld stab him and
hmm
like drive him into the ground, and all of a sudden, all this energy pushes him back, and then Bosch is back up again.
hmm
Fen rips another bead from the necklace and uses it to cast Branding Smite, and
Okay.
uh, and takes a shot at Bosch,
Okay. Can
who's
you tell me what the branding smite looks like?
I th- uh, I think that the crossbow that Fen holds is wreathed in holly, um, and that holly starts as green and fervent, and then it kind of solidifies in the center and like goes up in like just a red hot burning ash and ember, and smoke comes off of this as he loses it. And let's hope the best for this thing to hit.
Yeah.
Uh, is a 26 hit.
26 hits.
All right, and Keld's within 5 feet.
Held is within 5 feet.
Hold tight. Uh, 29 points of damage.
Okay.
Not the best, but and that strikes Bosch, and just you see this just illuminated burning brand of holly strike across his flesh, or what resembles flesh.
Mm, there's still some of it there.
Does it?
But you watch as like the ichor is slowly starting to like force its way over his skin and begins making its way up the side of his neck and across his collar. Um, that is Fen's turn. Let's wake all these creatures up.
Uh, Finn will move over towards the trunk of the tree with his movement.
Okay. These guys wake up and are going to start dashing over. You watch as two of these things pull themselves up and and begin trucking. Everybody's sort of in like a closer range now, so you watch as they sort of spread out and begin to cover the field. Um, all of the Vargulis except one wake up and they take off into the sky and begin circling overhead. Um, this guy, I don't know how all of my things are just in a clump together. How is everything just together? These guys just went down, so they're not in. But friend of Fen is still here, an ichor snake that is just continuing to do skiddly bop damage. Um, doing its best. That would be a nat 20. Girly, this dice. Bop. Um, that'll be max damage for the people in the back. So that will be 23 points of bludgeoning damage.
Love to take half of that.
Of course. Please. Um, So he stays like circling around you, almost like a vulture. Vultures were snakes, you know? The age-old question: what if vultures were snakes? Nyx, you are up. Keld, you're on deck.
Great. So,
You watch as. Oh, sorry. Let me lay
uh-huh.
the scene.
Yeah, thank you,
Um,
because I was about to ask a question about this scene.
you can now see around Nana a figure form kind of in and out of existence, kind of like energy, a heat wave, heat mirage that sort of comes in and out of existence, shrinking down and coming back up. It seems unstable, but you see it leaning into Nana, and Nana's focus turns to the tree.
Thank you. That's exactly what I was going to ask about. And Nana
Mhm.
passed me as she went towards that tree, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
can 100% get to Nana on this turn.
Yeah. I don't know, I'm not necessarily going to get to her, but as she goes by, Nyx is going to yell at her and say, Nana, you are making a bad choice. Focus on Bosch or Sunny, or I'm going to kill Roshan myself to end this.
There's no call for that. I didn't. Just let me fix this. Just let me, please.
I will kill him. And is going to pull up this sunbeam. Is Sunny within 60 feet for me to shoot
Yeah,
this sunbeam at?
Yeah, you can
Great.
aim the sunbeam at Sunny.
Fantastic. That's a con save.
Con save. I'm having a really good time. Ah, if only we're closer. That's not very good now, is it? That would be a failure.
That's great to hear. 22 radiant damage, and she is blinded.
Ooh. She like yells out and like clutches at her face, and like she's like rubbing at it like with her sleeve, and then begins to just swing wildly. You watch Gunhild like, oh fuck, like is actively bobbing and weaving as Sunny is just swinging madly.
That's it.
Nana, you can go ahead and roll me insight real quick.
Yeah, okie dokie. Well, girly, hate that for me. It's a 2 on the dice, plus 9 is 11.
I'll ask Nyx. With an 11, do you think Nana can read anything from this about it being true, or if it's a bluff, or is it just like, hey, what are you gonna do?
I think it comes off as Nyx is not lying.
Okay.
She's never been afraid of doing what needs to be done.
All right. That is Nyx's turn. Keld, you are up. The abomination himself is in front of you.
So
Uh-huh.
the abomination himself.
You know, Boshua. Hey, we keep it lighthearted here at the Dice Cult. Is the end of the world coming? Sure. But we can have fun. Have it while you can.
And what's he looking like?
As in,
Um,
like, health-wise?
or physically or anything?
Oh, sure. Well, currently, the top portion of like a quarter of his body is just wreathed in black ichor, fully encompassing where his arm was not. This new arm filling that place. You see that the ichor has fully fused his bow to his hand, so that just looks like part of his body. He looks well. He does not look sickly anymore. He seems to be bolstered.
Hmm.
There is a hint of life in there, but it is corruption pushing him forward, but he is still alive.
We're going to strike him with a. I think we're going to use a Shining Smite.
Okay. That'll be your bonus action.
That'll be at a level 3.
Mm.
If I
And
hit him.
if you hit, you are still welcome to also put a normal smite on top of that as well, if you're so inclined. Just have to give me another spell slot.
Hmm. 24 to hit.
24 hits.
Different damage for that guy. So I will throw on, I guess, a level 1 smite as well.
Sure.
And this will also be my sword damage as well, right?
Yes, I will tell you, currently he is not undead. Shockingly enough, the man is not undead. Not yet. Look at him. He's walking around. Look at him. He's a person.
Yeah, fuck, I don't remember what that would take away.
That takes away just one of them. Takes away one from your sword damage and then one from
Right.
your smite damage on that piece of paper.
Okay.
Still sounds like a lot of dice.
$42 damage from that Shining Smite concoction.
Okay, do I have to roll against being blinded or something?
Let me double check.
I would.
Doesn't say you do.
Okay. Then it's just extra damage.
Yep, extra radiant damage until spell ends. The target sheds bright light in a 5-foot radius. Attack rolls against it have advantage.
Oh, there you go. Your next attack will be with advantage.
Cool. That's right. I have another attack.
You have 2 more.
Guess that's a dirty 20 to hit.
20 does not hit.
Okay.
Is that with advantage?
Oh, wait, just kidding. How about a 31?
Yeah, 31 will hit though. Yeah. That one definitely hit though.
Thank God.
31 be hitting.
Divine Smite.
You're going to throw a smite on that?
Yes.
Okay.
We're doing 3rd level.
Ooh, kill him.
Fucking get ready.
Kill him. Absolutely kill him.
Yes, yes. Kill.
That's good. Kill. Sorry, guys, I have to count all of these dice. Oh no, so many dice I have to count. Ooh.
39 points of smiting damage.
Okay.
Just get absolutely radiant.
And then your third attack?
With advantage.
Yep. Thank you for the reminder. How about a 22 to hit?
22 hits.
Perfect.
You throwing another smite on that bitch?
We're throwing a second level smite on that bitch.
Hell yeah.
Nice. Alright, we got 26, 31, 37.
37. You have done 118 points of damage this round.
Wow.
I was like, let me actually add these up for you on this
Holy
round.
shit.
And he's still up.
Yes. Yes.
He's still with us.
That is an impressive amount of damage. One single round, man.
And then he took 37. I mean, hey,
Also, just
this was a fucking
if you
wallop.
want to know,
Mm-hmm.
when Keld used his Shining Smite, what you saw was basically his sword hitting into Bosch and basically like light erupting from it and like washing over him.
Wow. A beautiful wave of light encompasses a monster.
He's
Eat
positively
radiance,
glowing.
bitch.
He's just positively glowing.
Sometimes you're positively glowing.
He's simply radiant.
Wow, that's a bingo.
That's a bingo.
That's two bingos.
Oh,
Or you
buddy!
can have one of them. He is going to use 2 legendary actions.
Oh no.
After your turn. You're done, right, Keld?
I think I'm done.
He raises the arm bow combo, levels it at you, Keld. He looks hurt. This looks
Y'all,
like
I forgot to
really
heal. This
fucked
is
him
gonna
up.
be bad.
And he turns it and aims it at the ground between you and Fen. And there is an explosion of necrotic energy. I need both of you to give me dexterity saving throws.
Eep.
Keld's like, no, wait, hold on.
Hold on, please. 17.
25.
Okay. So, Fen, if you succeed, that means nothing for you, and I should just focus on Keld.
Oh, cool.
I mean, I'd gladly take half of it for Keld if I could.
Well, you certainly can't.
It's the thought that counts.
It is the thought that counts in this game.
Keld, I wish you the best.
Fen like jumps in the air and like corkscrew spins over this corrupted explosion. You watch as like the energy hits into the energy you engulfed him in, Keld, and it's just like it's beautiful. These like sparkles that almost like when the sun hits them, there's almost like a rainbow gleam to them. It's beautiful, and then terrible astronomical pain. So this is gonna take me a second.
Oh no.
Would I consider this magic? I guess, because I'm polite. So we'll say this is magic.
Sounds
We're
like
gonna-
magic.
We're gonna go piece by piece.
Mm.
So you're going to take 14 points of fire damage as you feel heat engulf and rip over your skin. So you can go ahead and half that. And then you are going to take 16 necrotic damage. And then you can half that to 8. How you looking?
There's no more, right?
There's no more, right?
That's it, right?
He's done, right? That is the end of his legendary action.
But you said there's 2 of them.
Oh, it took 2 points to do.
Oh, okay, I see.
It was just an expensive legendary action.
All right.
Cool.
It was just
Eh.
expensive.
Killed is wavering on his feet.
Bosch kind of looks at you at like this, like almost jealous awe, watching you die.
Good.
Be jealous, coward, lay down, dies. Be jealous, you won't. And as Bosch looks on at you this way, you can hear Sunny in the background screaming as she like hits forward with her swords, and the gaggle of corrupted creatures begin pushing themselves upwards. You feel the earth beneath your feet begin to rumble. And that's where we're going to stop for today. Thank you all for being here. We appreciate it. We love telling you guys a story. If you want to keep up with us, we are at Backs of Gods on Instagram and Twitter. If you want to keep up with all of us, we are the Dice Cult on Instagram and Twitter, and Blue Sky. Trying to figure that out. They don't let me like schedule posts, and that makes me annoyed. So if somebody knows how to do that, tell me about it. Tell me about it. And I'll do that. If you want to go to the box or the chat below, you can get some beautiful dice. As you can see, my beautiful Bosch dice was like, have you heard of Natural 20 before? And boy, howdy has she. She came to play this fine day, and she was beautiful and deadly. And we love that for her. If you want to catch up on this story or any other stories we have going on, you can head over to youtube.com/the Dice Cult. If you're interested in another story that maybe isn't at the end of days cataclysmic portion, episode 201, maybe you could join us for episode 3 of Gossamer Vale, run by Katie, with some of our little friends here, most of our little friends here, going off on an adventure, starting out a new journey with a new set of soon-to-be friends, I'm sure. Celtic inspired, fun. No snakes were harmed last session, and I think that's doing pretty good.
They were
for us.
fed.
They were.
fed.
And
They were.
no tigers that we're aware of were harmed either. Just a dude
was-
disguised as a tiger.
Yeah, he took his comeuppance, but you know what? Everything's fine, and we're not going to worry about what things that are not our problems anymore.
Yeah.
But thank you for being here. We appreciate it. We love telling you guys a story. We will be here same time, same place, Mondays at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and we'll see you guys next time. Good night, everybody.
Thanks for joining us, cultists.